Right now at noon, after days of testimonies, the jury in the Kyle Rittenhouse murder trial is deliberating on a verdict for the 18-year-old. Plus, President Biden meets with the president of China. We'll have the latest on what they talked about. Thanks for joining us today at noon. I'm Josh Breiter, in for Mark Kane, who's on assignment today. First at noon, the jury is now deliberating on the fate of Kyle Rittenhouse. Legal experts say it could come down to the state's laws instruction on provocation. CBS News' Nancy Chen explains.
We shouldn't have 17-year-olds running around our streets with AR-15s. Because this is exactly what happens.
In closing arguments, prosecutor Thomas Binger portrayed Kyle Rittenhouse as an instigator looking for trouble who eventually found it. Prosecutors replayed video of the moment he shot and killed protester Joseph Rosenbaum before running away towards the crowd and police.
He does nothing to demonstrate to the crowd that he isn't a threat to kill again. And it turns out he does.
After killing Rosenbaum, Rittenhouse shot and killed Anthony Huber and injured Gage Grosskreutz. Rittenhouse said both men attacked him, but prosecutors say the crowd believed he was an active shooter.
My client didn't shoot at anyone until he was chased and cornered.
While Rittenhouse's attorneys echoed his earlier claim of self-defense.
I didn't do anything wrong. I defended myself.
But the prosecution pointed to videos they say repeatedly showed Rittenhouse pointing his weapon at demonstrators.
If you created the danger, you forfeit the right to self-defense.
The provocation instruction will really become the linchpin of the jury's deliberations.
CBS legal analyst Ricky Kleeman says that argument could be pivotal to the jury's deliberations.
In the state of Wisconsin, if you are the person who provokes the ultimate act of violence, you have a duty to retreat.
Kleeman also tells us she expects deliberations to either be very quick or very long. Either way, people here are on close watch for a verdict. There are 500 National Guard members on standby for potential unrest. Nancy Chen, CBS News, Kenosha, Wisconsin.
In more local news right now, Madison police investigating an armed robbery on the city's north side. Police were sent to the cash store on North Sherman Avenue near Ross Street late Monday morning. An employee says two men entered the store and demanded money, and at least one of them had a gun. The suspects reportedly stole cash, but MPD did not report how much was stolen. Now look at your certified most accurate forecast. Meteorologist Chris Reese is here. Hi, Chris.
Yeah, good afternoon, Josh. Pleasure to see you here on the Noon Show. We are talking about temperatures that are warming up compared to where they were at this time yesterday. Now, it did say today would be generally a variably cloudy day. We would see periods where it was cloudy, then you'd see a couple of periods of sunshine. We're in a cloudy period right now, 42. That's where our temperature stands. 45 in Janesville, 43 towards Boscobel. Viroqua still a little bit cooler at 35, but notice the further southeast you are, the warmer those temperatures are, and those temperatures are warmer just because the winds are coming out of the southeast. But check it out. You compare that to 24 hours ago, and we see that things are warmer. We'll warm up a couple more degrees as we start to go into the afternoon, and then we'll keep those temperatures into the 40s as we go through the overnight, Josh. But coming up, we're going to take a look at your Thanksgiving forecast.
Yeah, the holiday right around the corner.
Absolutely.
All right, Chris Reese, thank you.
My pleasure.
President Biden is headed to New England today to show how more than $1 trillion infrastructure package will help one small town. The president signed that bill into law yesterday at a big White House ceremony, and hours later, the president had a long-awaited virtual meeting with China's president. Their video conference addressed some of the growing economic and military tensions between the two countries. CBS's Ed O'Keefe is at the White House.
A late night at the White House and an early morning in Beijing.
All countries have to play by the same rules of the road. Why the United States is always going to stand up for our interests and values.
Xi said he's also seeking cooperation.
We should each run our domestic affairs well and work together to advance the noble cause of world peace and development.
A senior administration official said the two leaders discussed human rights, climate change, COVID-19 and the importance of transparency amid a pandemic, economic commitments, and China's military activity around Taiwan. The White House official wouldn't say if China's hypersonic missile test in July was discussed. Recent satellite images show mock American warships in a Chinese desert built possibly for target practice. Gary Locke, who served as ambassador to China during the Obama administration, said China's growing military power is cause for concern.
What they're doing with respect to Taiwan, what they're doing to build up military bases in the South China Sea. So we need to have frank discussions.
One discussion left off the table, a formal invitation to the Beijing Olympics.
Today, we're finally getting this done.
And on Monday, President Biden said the U.S. will be even more competitive against China thanks to passage of the bipartisan infrastructure bill.
Astronauts aboard the International Space Station are on high alert this noon due to new space debris. The U.S. government says the space junk was created when Russia destroyed one of its own satellites with a missile. Right now, roughly 20,000 pieces of space debris are monitored by U.S. Space Command, most of it above speeds at 17,000 miles per hour. State Department spokesperson Ned Price slammed the Russian test, calling it reckless and dangerous.
With these 1,500 pieces of trackable orbital debris poses a risk not only to those astronauts, not only to those cosmonauts, but to satellites, to the interests of all nations.
Mission Control says the ISS will remain on alert for the next few days. Right now, COVID-19 cases are once again ticking up here in the U.S. According to Johns Hopkins University, about 82,000 cases are being reported each day. That's up 11% over the daily average from 2 weeks ago. Meanwhile, COVID-19 deaths are down about 9% from 2 weeks ago. Hospitalization rates also fell by about 3%. Columbia County Public Health will hold a free COVID-19 vaccine clinic on Saturday at Poinette Elementary School. The clinic will run from 10 to noon and is open to anyone ages 5 and up. Attendees will get the Pfizer vaccine. Walk-ins are welcome. Wisconsin airports are returning to pre-pandemic traffic levels as the busy holiday season gets underway. Dane County Regional Airport has seen traffic increase every month this year since the COVID vaccine became available. Mitchell International Airport in Milwaukee says the number of flights during Thanksgiving week is expected to be up 50% compared to last year. Airport officials are encouraging travelers to arrive ahead of time by at least 2 hours in Milwaukee and 90 minutes in Madison. Well, the Goodman Community Center is asking for help as they work to feed families this Thanksgiving. The center plans to begin handing out Thanksgiving baskets this weekend, but still needs groceries for 4,000 families. To donate, visit goodmancenter.org/Thanksgiving to see what items are needed. You can drop off those donations at the GCC gym on Wabisa Street till 3 o'clock today. The gym will also be open Wednesday through Friday from 11 to 7 and Saturday through Monday from 9 to 5. Well, there's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. First up, a look at your consumer news.
Consumers jumpstart their holiday spending, and the global chip shortage disrupts a cold weather commute comfort. I'm Diane King Hall at the New York Stock Exchange. I'll have those stories and more in your CBS Money Watch report.
iMart Express is the only place where you can count on same-day service. Thanks to our local labs, shop our huge selection and get quality glasses at a price you'll love. And see better today. Right glasses, right price, right now.
Don't wait. It's time to choose a Medicare plan. But why settle for any Medicare plan when you can get 5 stars? With 5-star Medicare Advantage HMO plans from Quartz. Featuring plans starting as low as $0 per month. Learn more. Call us today to find the right plan to fit your budget and your lifestyle. Quartz offers the region's top-rated Medicare Advantage plans, and they're now even more exciting when you see what's new for 2022. Such as the Quartz Cash Card, giving you the freedom to spend up to $460 annually on a fitness membership and over-the-counter items. Best of all, you get to choose. Also new for 2022, a low $35 select insulin copay for a 30-day supply. That's just part of the great coverage that comes with Quartz Medicare Advantage plans, including medical, hospital, and prescriptions, with primary care visits from $5 and specialist visits as low as $25, and dental and hearing aid benefits at no extra cost, plus vision benefits including up to $300 for frames, lenses, and contacts. Quartz also includes valuable extras like $0 virtual visits and fun, memory-boosting online fitness activities. But you need to act fast and call now. The Medicare annual enrollment period ends soon. In addition to our 5-star quality, value, and service, Quartz has put together an all-star team of high-quality providers, featuring the many doctors and facilities of UW Health, working together to give you the 5-star treatment you deserve. It's no wonder that 99% of our members stay with Quartz, because at Quartz, you're the star of our 5-star Medicare Advantage plans. Why settle for anything less? Don't wait. Call now to get plan details from Quartz or speak with one of our enrollment specialists today.
You protected our rights, preserved our freedom. You may have even risked your life for us. Now, it's our turn to fight for you. Your local Wisconsin emergency, energy, and housing assistance providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund reward the service of our veterans with rental and energy support in their time of crisis. Apply today to get the fresh start you've earned.
You're watching News 3 Now at noon. Winner of the National Edward R. Murrow Award for Overall Excellence in Television.
Consumers loosened their wallets in October. According to the Commerce Department, retail sales rose 1.7%. That was slightly higher than expected, and sales climbed more than 16% from a year ago. People spent more money on cars, food, and fuel. On the earnings front, Walmart is out with its quarterly report card, and profit fell from a year ago to $3.1 billion, but that was better than expected, and revenue climbed to $140.5 billion. Sales grew as consumers turned to Walmart for cheaper options amid rising inflation, and top brass say customers have already started shopping for Christmas. Millions of TikTok users may be entitled to money from a class action lawsuit. The suit says the platform collected children's personal information like location, phone numbers, and biometric data without sufficient notification or consent. If the settlement is approved, the total payout is expected to be $92 million to be split among affected parties. And no heat in the driver's seat. The ongoing global chip shortage has prompted General Motors to remove the heated seat option from many of its 2022 vehicles. GM says it will use its supply of semiconductor chips for more critical car components. Also off the table, ventilated seats and heated steering wheel features. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the New York Stock Exchange, I'm Diane King Hall.
And a look at the stock market at the noon hour. The Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P 500 all up right now. President Biden's massive infrastructure law includes a landmark car safety feature that was prompted by a 6-year CBS News investigation. Federal safety standard dating back to 1967 leaves vehicle front seats susceptible to collapse and rear-end crashes. In response, lawmakers passed legislation aimed at addressing the issue within 2 years. Here's CBS's Chris Van Cleve.
16-month-old Taylor Warner had just started walking when a ride in the family minivan turned deadly.
I've always thought of trying to justify why did Tay die. I don't want her to die in vain.
The Warners were rear-ended. The force of the crash caused her father Andy's seat to collapse backwards, colliding with Taylor, who is strapped in her car seat. The newly signed infrastructure bill mandates change inspired by the tragedy that befell the Warners and dozens of other families identified by CBS News.
When we spoke to you in 2015, we hadn't really known where this was going to go. Just thinking every day I'd get in the car, what if this happens again? What if we lose another child until this can change?
We found crash test after crash test after crash test, showing what can happen when a seat collapses. But every single seat met or exceeded the half-century-old federal strength standard. So does a banquet chair.
200.
In the early 90s, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration's own researchers warned the agency about seatback collapses, citing examples of major or fatal injuries. In response to our reporting, Massachusetts Senator Ed Markey introduced legislation to fix the problem. Regulators now have 2 years to draft a new strength standard, pending approval by the Secretary of Transportation.
CBS and the families put the spotlight on this critical issue. Now it's time for NHTSA to respond.
Happy birthday
As Andy and Liz Warner remember Taylor 11 years later, they're now finding a moment of peace amid their heartbreak.
We still miss her every day, but that we know that her life meant something. We love her and we're very proud of her and thank her for what she's doing to help others in the future.
NHTSA says safety is its top priority and it will work to meet its congressional mandates. Safety experts tell us the back seat is still the safest place for children and to consider putting a child behind the passenger seat if it's empty or perhaps in the middle of the back seat if both front seats are in use. Chris Van Cleve, CBS News, Washington.
Still ahead for us this afternoon, a startup overseas is looking to take the alternate meat market by storm. But first, a live look outside as we go to break. Chris Reese is tracking your certified most accurate forecast when we come back.
High Point Steakhouse, Southern Wisconsin's premier supper club. You can still enjoy our award-winning steak dinners with our new takeout and delivery service. We call it the High Point Steakout. Call in your order today.
Do you suffer from chronic or severe back or neck pain? Did you know that there is now a treatment method available right here at Midwest Spine and Nerve Center that offers hope of avoiding spinal surgery for those suffering with bulging, herniated, or degenerative discs? Our therapies help reduce pain related to these conditions and have a high success rate in helping people just like you avoid back or neck surgery.
I've experienced low back pain for over 15 years. I had back surgery when I was 26 and had difficulties recovering. The doctors at Midwest Spine and Nerve Center have given me a new lease on life. I am now able to enjoy an active, pain-free lifestyle.
Call Midwest Spine and Nerve Center now to schedule a no-obligation consultation to see if our progressive pain-relieving therapies are right for you.
This is Connie Ryan of Ryan Funeral Homes. While things have changed, it's still necessary for families to stay connected. And when it comes to the loss of a loved one, it's important to process and grieve and honor your loved one in a way that keeps everyone safe. We're doing this through intimate services and private virtual streaming so your family can be part of the service no matter where they are. Ryan Funeral Homes are here with your safety in mind and compassionate care in your time of need.
High Point Steakhouse, Southern Wisconsin's premier supper club. You can still enjoy our award-winning steak dinners with our new takeout and delivery service. We call it the High Point Steakout. Call in your order today.
The First Warn Weather Team breaks down all the info you need to be ready for this winter, keeping you safe and ahead of the storms. It's Severe Winter Weather Week, all this week, from your certified most accurate team, only on News 3 Now at 6.
Having a bad day? These colorful murals will lift your spirits.
Josh Breider finds out how a local team started creating messages of hope on walls across Madison.
Plus, as Winter Weather Awareness Week continues, we're talking about how to help your home. That's tomorrow morning from 4:30 to 7.
The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Welcome back this noon. Pam is off again today, and due to some technical issues, we unfortunately do not have today's market numbers. So we apologize for that. In other news this noon, an Israeli startup is offering a new answer to the age-old question, where's the beef? Redefined Meat uses a 3D printed beef substitute in place of animals. The meat is made from a mixture of soy and pea protein, chickpeas, beetroot, nutritional yeasts, and coconut fat.
The texture feels right. Even the smell smells like the real thing. Really authentic. For me, it's revolutionary.
Right now, the company is looking to expand to the U.S., Europe, and Asia in the coming years. All right, over to your full certified most accurate forecast. In Madison, meteorologist Chris Reese is tracking all that winter weather that's ahead for us. A big week for us here at News 3, Chris.
Yeah, big week indeed. And at least we're going to take a moment to talk about Winter Weather Awareness Week, Josh, because, well, that's where we are. And we're moving into that time of the year where you're going to hear things like winter storm watch, winter weather advisory, and winter storm warning a lot more frequently. So here's a refresher on what exactly that is, or maybe you're new to Madison. So that winter storm watch, that simply means snow, sleet, or ice are possible. It means be prepared. Time and time again, you all see me use the graphic where I talk about first warn or the game plan or taking action. Whenever there's a winter storm watch, you probably want to have a game plan together should that storm actually come to fruition. Now, sometimes it does, but it's on the lighter side. That's where you end up with the winter weather advisory. That simply means use caution. Go out and about, but be careful because there's some snow or ice out there that's creating just a little bit of an issue, but nothing major. Once you get towards the winter storm warning, things are major. That's where you want to avoid the travel and really just kind of stay in if you can. The other big one, a lot of folks would get big snowstorms. They're like, oh, we had a blizzard come through. There's actually a technical definition for a blizzard. You need sustained winds of at least 35 miles per hour combined with falling or blowing snow combined with visibility for less than a quarter of a mile. And all of this has to happen for at least 3 consecutive hours. When we're under a blizzard warning, which is rare around here, but it does happen, you want to stay home. Travel becomes extremely difficult, if not impossible. And then a new one that was created last year. We have not had these yet, but that's the snow squall warning. Snow squalls come through. They're sudden onsets of intense bursts of snow and wind. They lead to whiteout conditions as we go through times, and oftentimes rapidly deteriorate the road conditions, but almost as soon as they started, they are out of here. They're less than 2 hours, most times less than 30 minutes. You typically need a cold front that has this intense band of snow along with it to come on through for the snow squall warning, and we're tracking a cold front. It's just not that kind. No snow squalls are expected. The cold front moving our way is going to bring some showers. It's out in parts of Wyoming and Montana right now. It arrives over southern Wisconsin later on tonight and into early tomorrow. So this afternoon we're dry. Those temperatures will be into the upper 40s and right around 50. Here's that cold front bringing in the showers, but notice it's 2 o'clock in the morning and temperatures are still into the upper 40s at that point. We will stay in the 40s tomorrow. By tomorrow night, we'll cool down into the 20s, and then on Thursday, we don't get out of the 30s. We're going to be a lot cooler as we start to move towards Thursday, and likely cooler into Thanksgiving week as well. We're watching the model trends closely towards Thanksgiving week. Some of them try to sneak in a system Sunday into Monday. This particular model has a system moving our way on Wednesday next week. Now let me show you another one. It has our system Sunday into Monday. We'll keep a close eye on. That all popped up last night, by the way. It does not, however, have a system Tuesday into Wednesday. So we are going to continue to watch the trends as we go through the next couple of days, well, the next several days. But if there's anything that has been more so consistent in the model data that we're watching, that's going to be Wednesday and into Thursday. Right now, the models are kind of pointing at a cold front that may bring not necessarily a big snowstorm, but still some snowflakes our way with some colder air as we move towards Thanksgiving. But of course, that's 10 days away. That is a long way away in the world of weather. Of course, we're going to let you know how that changes. But we're the first warn weather team, so we're letting you know 10 days out how things are looking, and we'll let you know how it changes.
Yeah, a lot of 30s on that graphic there.
Yes, there are, Josh. I hope you're ready for that.
Oh, I'm always ready for winter. You know me, Chris Reese.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Keep watching News 3 Now at noon. Up next, let's see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
Imagine not having to juggle everything in and out of the oven on Thanksgiving Day to keep things hot. Make sure you stick around to find out how we do it.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
If your home is drafty and cold in the winter and your heating bills are out of control, it's time for a visit from Dr. Energy Saver by Larson Home Services. Our team will show you where and why your home is using, losing, and wasting energy. We will conduct a comprehensive energy evaluation of your home, identifying problem areas and providing a customized solution that fits your needs. We offer a full range of installation services for your home aimed at eliminating drafts in your living areas, attic, basement and crawl spaces. These energy upgrades will save you big money on your energy bills and make your home more comfortable and efficient. Our team will provide effective, long-lasting solutions, and right now take 50% off installation labor, get a free heat map analysis of your home, and get a $100 Visa gift card when you sign up for Dr. Energy Saver package. Call now to set up your free estimate because this doctor makes house calls.
Important healthcare announcement. If people tell you your TV is too loud, or if listening in some environments has become difficult, we are requesting your participation in a special program called the 30-Day Challenge. Hearing Life Hearing Centers are seeking people with hearing difficulties to evaluate a new digital mini hearing aid now being released. To take part in this event, you must call. Please get a pencil and write down the number below. All people with hearing aids or hearing difficulties are wanted to take part in the 30-Day Challenge, evaluating a new high-tech device that sits discreetly behind your ear. This hearing aid is Bluetooth enabled and is rechargeable. All hearing assessments are performed at no charge for those taking part in the challenge. Participants will try these hearing aids for 30 days. Call the number below and take the Hearing Life 30-Day Challenge.
What is all this?
We call them options.
Options? Don't make me laugh.
Unbeatable selection without the drama. 2 pair plus a free eye exam as low as $59.95.
One of the biggest challenges we hear from many of you around the holidays is that you don't have enough oven space to keep everything hot. If that sounds like your house, let me share with you a few tips to help you out. First of all, don't wait until Thanksgiving Day to cook your turkey. We've discovered that if you cook it and cut it the day before, you can warm it on your stovetop right before eating. Let me assure you, your turkey will be super juicy, and yes, we've got the step-by-step instructions so you can easily do this. When it comes to making desserts, get those out of the way ahead of time so you're not juggling oven space between a pecan pie and a sweet potato casserole. When planning your menu, maybe plan to make a side dish like skillet cream corn rather than a baked corn casserole, since it can be made on the stovetop. And don't forget to invite your slow cooker to the party. It's perfect for cooking and keeping dishes like stuffing piping hot. As a matter of fact, we have an old-fashioned stuffing recipe that we made from start to finish in a slow cooker just for you. Of course, you can find the recipe for our old world slow cooker stuffing online now, and boy, is it ever moist. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found lots of space-saving ways for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
London's famous River Thames is coming back to life, with 6-foot sharks now calling the waterway home. In 1957, the river was so polluted that scientists declared it biologically dead. But now 115 types of fish and 92 bird species call the river home, including 3 types of critically endangered native sharks. However, scientists are worried about the threat of climate change.
Fish and other species depend on water temperature to trigger really important things like spawning or growth. And so if you change the water temperature, they get the triggers wrong, so start spawning at the wrong time of year.
British researchers are calling on world leaders to put nature first when finding solutions to tackle biodiversity loss and climate change. Chris Reese is here with a final look at your forecast. Chris?
Sharks?
Yep.
Really? In the river?
Yikes.
Oh, that sounds like something out of a Southerner nightmare. Oh my gosh. Well, I'll tell you what, it's going to get cold. Not now, but it will as we look towards the extended forecast. We're talking a shot of some colder air that arrives on Thursday, and then Thanksgiving week itself also looks colder, with temperatures likely not getting out of the 30s. Today, we're warming up to 50.
Chris, thank you. Thanks for joining us. Make it a great afternoon.